Jaya Jaya, Shivarajaya here from vitalcoaching.com, and the topic for this video is why activate the Tantric coupling codes. What I'm offering you in these videos, of course, it's a pathway, it's an access pathway. And why would you do that? Why would you start doing rituals, invoking mantras and celebrating each other, or doing erotic or sensual rituals and all that? Why is it that you would dive into this? And the reason is very simple. It's because you cannot stop yourself. You know, accessing the bliss zone is like, for instance, when you are having these waves of orgasmic energy, it just feels really good. It feels uplifting. You have the feeling that your heart is cracking wide open and you feel like your third eye is exploding into bliss, and you have all these waves of pleasure flowing through your being. It's like, why would you go that way? Well, the thing is that it's because every human being craves for that. When I'm in a cafe somewhere, you know, out with some friends or anywhere I go and I see human beings, I believe that every single human being is craving to experience deep, profound levels of connection, resonance, beauty, love with another human being. It doesn't mean that it's the only pathway. It doesn't mean that this is all there is. You might have beautiful moments of connection with nature, feel really great inside yourself, perform this inner marriage where you feel completely united and completely satisfied with yourself. And there is a craving, or there is a need or a desire to create a profound bonding experience with another human being. And so if you try to go that way, you're going to experiment with some things, you know, discover a couple of tantric sex practices, and you go like, oh yeah, great, let's do some eye gazing, let's breathe together, great, oh, let's practice conscious touch, okay, all that is great. But what I'm offering you here is really to understand the vaster, the greater picture, and realize that you can consciously invoke the spirit of Tantra, the spirit of the invisible, and bring that coupling vehicle into full manifestation in your life. And the key element over here is that it's not just the two of you, there is an active intelligence that is orchestrating or guiding the experience. That spirit that you're calling upon is vast, okay? It's profound, it's intelligent, and it's conscious. It means that if right now I call on that spirit and I say sacred words, like for instance, Anahata Jaya, Anahata Jaya for the activation of the heart. If I go and say Shivaya, Shaktiya, Anahataya, I'm calling the spirit of Shiva, the spirit of Shakti, which is the perfect masculine archetype, the perfect feminine archetype within that specific field, Anahata, Anahataya, merging into the heart. So I just created an intention that now is permeating my brain, activating a set of neural pathways and connecting with a force in the invisible that is going to channel that energy in my field. Well, sometimes it might not be spectacular, especially in the beginning, but the more you practice this Anahata muscle, the more it's going to come into your field. So you see what I just did there. Why did I go that way? It's because life for me becomes way, way more interesting when I feel connected with the force that surrounds me, with the invisible, what is happening beyond the veil. So when my life is four-dimensional, that's great, that's fantastic. I can have lots of satisfaction with that. Go to the gym, train my body, have a great time, have healthy food, great connections, conversations with friends, even great sex. All that is fantastic. I'm on a mission, making money, teaching people, all that is great, right? And this stays within the fourth dimension. The moment I enter into fifth dimension is the moment I consciously invoke spirit. The moment I consciously work with energies. And so at that moment, when I do that already by myself, that's great. When we do that within the coupling experience, it's like the space explodes into a new dimension, where suddenly you see beyond the veils the dynamics of what's happening when you so merge with another human being. So think about that. We are magicians, we are alchemists, we are shamans. We can we have the power to actually invoke and create realities that are way, way vaster than ourselves, and channel all that within a coupling experience where you realize your mystical identity, your galactic identity, your identity as a priest, as a god or goddess, and universal identity, where you break through the veils of the matrix and suddenly you touch on a field of eternity, infinity. So this is incredible. It's really magical, and the moment you start having some even hints of that experience, your whole being goes like, oh my God, what is that? My life will never be the same again. Now that I had a hint of that experience, I want more of it in my life. So you keep on exploring and trying and testing the waters with activating that energy in your field, and then eventually you break free into those spaces where you go like, oh my God, this is what I have been waiting for, what I've been looking for my whole life. So it's not just a linear process, okay, going from A to B. No, it's something that is an art form. You know, right now I can tap into different things. I can Om Namah Shiva. I can sing mantras. I can play with mudras. I can look for where is the pleasure, where is the sensation in my body. I can practice some dynamic breathing. I can feed myself with delicious elixirs, and I can jump into the ocean. I can make love to nature. I can connect with all these aspects within the coupling experience. So if my partner was right here next to me and we were practicing these things together, then you would see straight away that, oh my God, the magic is being unleashed. It's obvious that something magical is happening. So this is why, why we go this way, because it's fun, it's interesting, it expands us, and it gives profound, really, really profound meaning to your relationship. You enter into fifth dimension, you enter into a relationship with spirit, and suddenly everything makes sense. Please, 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 if you have any question on that, reach out, post in the comments. Let me know if you had mystical experiences with your partner. How does that feel? And what do you feel is still missing in the process of expanding your being and your relationship or coupling experience further into this dimension? I love you. I'll see you soon.